Fallon, welcome back to my channel. It's China Doll here. So it's night 3 of Halloween Horror Nights for me. And guess what I'm doing tonight for the very first time? I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing an RIP tour. And something new that I noticed here, like in the security area of City Walk-ins, they have these pumpkins, which is pretty cool, like of the pumpkin trail. But the check-in event is at 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna like head over there, pick up passes, and let you know how this tour is gonna be. So after checking in, they give you this RIP tour and a really cool lanyard. So this is awesome. And then they said that you have to go to La Bamba, so we're gonna walk around this way and then head into there. So walking through one of the scare zones right now, and it just feels weird. Like it's still daylight out, but it's not that crowded, so you get to see all the scare actors around you and the fog. Oh, here it's two heads. This is cool. This is where we're gonna go in Cafe La Bamba. Got my so excited.
How are y'all doing?
Guys, so everything inside this restaurant is included with the tour. So I want to show you some of the desserts real quick since I'm here at the front. So these are the Halloween macaroons, ghost sugar cookies, cookies and gummy bites, and some vegan cinnamon sugar. The sodas you can get, and then like all the water bottles. And then over here is the classic pizza fries, which is so awesome. And then they got French bread pizza and some pasta. Build your own taco right here. They have pork, black beef, white rice, and then over here, I'm not sure what's on this side. Let's see, they're a little bit closer. Yep, more of build your own tacos, and they got some sauces. After we ate at La Cafe Bamba, we went into the theater next door, and after we checked in, they gave us this really cool RIP tour for the for tonight. And then now this is our group that we're with, and we're doing like photo ops by the Jack Palm, and this will be our tour guide for the night. So cool. So this is from the scene from the movie called The Thing, which is one of my favorite horror movies, and
like that, I'm supposed to be the expert. So anything, even if you want to know why I'm building screen or something like that, just tap me on the shoulder. I won't get annoyed with you. But when you look away, that's where I'll get annoyed. No, I'm just kidding. But while we go through tonight, I'm actually going to spoil something for you guys. Say we go through a house like Chucky, it's not actually Chucky trying to murder you. So please don't take a swing at him fighting for your life. If you do hit a scare actor, you'll be promoted to outside guest, and that's not fun at all. But this event is very exciting too, because we don't just treat it as a Halloween event, we also treat it as a food and drinking festival too. So tonight there's going to be mandatory bar stops, which are a lot of fun. Even if you're not a drinker, these are private bar areas where regular guests are not allowed to go into. So it's very exciting, because I'm sure you guys have been in places where there's like 50 people in there. That's not going to be the case tonight. And we have actually exclusive drinks for people on RIP tours, including a moonshine drink if you want to try that. I don't like moonshine, and I still like it. I don't try it on the clock though, or anything like that. But see the years of Dr. Oddfellow and how he's achieved that immortality, and he's promising it to us. Spoiler alert, he doesn't actually going to give it to us. He's going to be trying to steal our souls as we go through. While we go through, this is actually perfect. We are going through our first scare zone of the night. That laugh is actually in every scare zone because Dr. Oddfellow is in every scare zone. He is showing that he is always watching you. Now, we are going through the first scare zone. This one takes place in the 1920s. This is Jungle of Doom Expedition Horror. And for this scare zone, we see the beginnings of Dr. Oddfellow and him just trying to seek immortality. Now, he finds a relic known as the Skull of Souls, and that is the first way to become powerful.
There is Dr. Oddfellow in front of all. No, he's walking away.
Oh, really?
The first house we're gonna go to is The Last of Us, and it's so cool because we get to walk right to the front and not go through any of these queues because the lines can get pretty lengthy. Alright guys, so just got out of The Last of Us. It was my second time going through it, and it's a lot better this time than it was last weekend because I got to see more of the characters. I don't know, I missed most of them last time, but so far loving this tour. Like I feel so spoiled, like not having to wait in no lines. Now walking to the second house, which is right next door, is Universal Monsters.
Where our last haunted house was Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That time they were all fighting each other. This time they're all just trying to murder us.
This is so cool. I didn't get to do this last time, so I'm really excited.
So this year, it was nice, it was roses. There will be a vomit smell later. It's not official universal vomit though, it's just a smell. So we're gonna head over to murderous clowns to murder us so he can capture our souls. So this is gonna be him trying to capture our souls, and while we go through, clowns all over the place, it's very fun to go through this. While we go through this too, if any of you have been a fan of HHN Past, this has a lot of small Easter eggs to Jack the Clown. That is one of our most famous icons, and you'll actually get to see Jack the Clown's murder happen at the very end of the haunted house. You're gonna see him get stuffed in the box. If you're unfamiliar with Jack the Clown, that's the clown we took the pictures in front of. He's very famous in Universal lore. All right, let's put one little Mississippi twang to it.
So we're off to the next two houses, the Darkest Deal, and we're gonna be doing the Dr. Oddfellow's house. We're right back to back. Alright, so we're walking through the scare zone, but at night. This is so much cooler. So our tour guide Joey had saved all the maps from all the years previous. Look, all the Halloween Horror Nights over the years. And this specific one was when they used to have both parks.
Back in 2004.
He said it back in 2004. This is so awesome. This is cool.
Good thing. That was old frequent fear pass on there too.
Oh yeah. Okay guys, so we just finished like 3 of the houses. Universal Monsters, I didn't get to do that last time. I was so glad I did it this time, and it was amazing. It was so cool. Then we did the Darkest Deal and Dr. Oddfellow back to back, right next to each other. I got scared twice in the Darkest Deal. Like they really got me because one of the scare actors blended in the house. Like I was like, whoa. And then in Dr. Oddfellow, there was this one part where you could see Jack the Clown's outfit toward the end of the house. There's a lot of Easter eggs into our house, so I'm really glad that the tour guide was able to point those out, because if I'm by myself, I probably would have never noticed these little things. Now we're taking a 20-minute break in the Kamba, because the food and water and sodas or coffee stuff are still free here. So, and then after that, we are headed to one more house and then going to go to the Nightmare Fuel Show.
Now we have decided to do a haunted house based off of the Chucky character, and we have found out that Chucky is real. Now, Chucky is very upset that we did not invite him to be part of HHN and just base the likeness of him. So, he found his way to Orlando and snuck his way into our haunted house. And when he snuck his way in, he made all of the Chucky dolls come to life, and it turns into a real haunted house where the dolls are actually murdering us. There's a lot of, this is considered a goofy haunted house this year. It's still scary, but there's a lot of funny stuff in it. A cool thing about this haunted house, at one point, make sure to pay attention. To the right of you, there's gonna be a red button that's about my shoulder height. If you press the big red button, something fun's gonna happen, all right?
All right, up next, we're gonna be doing the Chucky house. Stand that way 70 minutes, but with the RIP tour, we get to walk to the front of the line. It's where the Fast and the Furious queue is, so we're going through there right now. We just got out of the Chucky house. It was more funny than scary, but there was this one spot that you were able to press this red button and then the smoke will come out. I thought that was really cool, and then see little Chucky's feet at the beginning of the house was fun too. Okay, now we're gonna be going to watch the Nightmare Fuel Show. I haven't got to see this, even though I've already been 2 times to this event, but the cool part about being in the RIP tour is that they put you in a VIP sitting area at the front of the show, so that's cool. We don't have to be in this long queue over here. So we get escorted to our own private seating area, so we don't have to be all the way up there. So Joey's gonna be taking us up, and then we're gonna watch the show over there. Alright guys, so just finished watching the Nightmare Fuel Show at 9:30. They will have different shows, 8, 9:30, 11, and 12:30. But I I felt like this show this year was a lot better than last year and all the previous years. I don't know, it had a little, like some of the scenes were pretty much the same, but they added a little twist to it. And I feel like it was really good. A must see while you're here during Halloween Horror Nights. In case you guys are wondering, the Night Fuel Fire show, we're not allowed to record during the show. That's why I didn't really film the performance. But if you watch it, guys, you know, like this year, it felt like a lot more fire. Like some of the scenes weren't exact like last year, but I don't know, I felt like it was more fire into the show. But it's really cool, it's intense. It's about a 20-minute show, and I really enjoyed it. Alright, so our next stop, we're going into Lombard's for a little break. Another 15-20 minute break to get drinks or use the bathroom, chill out. He's gonna tell us some stories of what happens. There you go, guys. Some other areas to hang out.
I said, hey,
one of my favorite drinks here is the Gold.
That wasn't in the training.
Really sweet. One of my favorite alcoholic drinks.
I felt really bad. They were sweet though, but they were lost in the woods, and they think they were only lost 3 hours. It was after they were coming home from school. It turns out they were lost 3 days. And when we find them, it turns out something messed up happened. So while we're going through that, we're going to see if we can have the power of Christ compel them as we go through it. Now, every year we do an Exorcist haunted house. This is the smell I was talking about. We like to have a smell that's more vomity smell. It is not officially universal vomit or anything like that we get from the trash cans. It's just a smell. It's only in one room, thankfully, but it stays with you. So we're going to go sacrifice people. That's the way for the crops to grow and everything. Bad thing for us, the blood moon is out once we get there. And another bad thing about it is they want to kill all the people that they call the false-hearted, the non-believers. Those are the best people to sacrifice, the ones that don't believe. Sadly, none of us believe in that crap. So while we go in, we're going to realize that they're going to murder us for it. And this one is very popular on the behind-the-scenes board because of the amazing facade.
Alright guys, so now we're going to be going through the Exorcist, and Blood Moon is next on our tour. I like the information he's going to give us about the houses before we get in. Okay, we've got completed all 10 houses at 11:20. It was pretty cool to get that walked up to the front of the house, skip all the lines. So my thoughts now that I completed all of them. The Exorcist was pretty scary. I liked it. It's like a trailer preview for the movie that hasn't even came out yet. Blood Moon, it was kind of scary too, but it was not really my top favorite. I gotta do Dueling Dragons again. This time I went to the ice, and they said if you go to that side, that's where you die. But and then we also did the Stranger Things again, and Yeti, which is still good. Now the last part of the tour, which I haven't done yet, is to go on the top of the Fallon bar. So first time going there, but we're gonna check it out. This is the Fallon bar.
Are any of you getting a drink right now?
This is awesome to be able to be on top of it.
We were the first company to ever do it. It is the first ever non-inverted loop, meaning while it's going, it's not going to go completely upside down. See how it curves before it goes upside down? We were the first company to do it.
Look at all the people down there waiting in line to go into the house.
It opened in 2009.
Gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. This is what I've been waiting for. And one of the Megans are just walking around by herself. This is crazy, guys. Like, literally, look, she's walking up. It's like being in the movie. It's so creepy. It's so spooky. Oh my God.
Think I'm leaving. In your mind I know that you're can fly anywhere you wanna go. Find a place we can hide. We can make it on our own. Go along for the ride. To the stars just follow. You and I side by side, dancing in your halo.
Alright guys, so just got back home from Halloween Horror Nights doing the RIP tour, and I felt like it's definitely worth the money, especially if you want to get everything done before midnight, because I got to do all 10 houses, all the scare zones, saw the night fuel show, and we took two 20-minute breaks in between. And it was like after a little bit after 11 and completed everything, and still had 2 hours to play. Plus, when you have the RIP tour, you get unlimited express on the rides. But I didn't want to do any rides because I live here, so I can just go to do rides anytime. Mainly cared about all the houses and stuff. And at 1 a.m. well, actually at 12 something, at 12 o'clock and 1 a.m. was when the Megans came out, and they were in front of the Chucky house area. I was so glad to finally see them in person. I've seen so many pictures and videos of them online, but to catch them live, but there's no set time, so just keep that in mind. It would just happen to when I was walking by, I saw them at those times, but it could change and locations could change too. So if you want to see them, you just have to have patience or luck to catch them. But I'm glad to do all the houses. And now I can say, since I've done all 10, this is my top list. I really like, I still like the Dueling Dragons. I like Yeti. As the Chucky house is probably going to be at the very bottom, only because it wasn't really scary. It was just, I don't know. That's the bottom. And then the I got scared twice in Dr. Oddfellow and The Darkest Deal. Those are the scariest houses to me. And Stranger Things is still on the very bottom of my list too. And the monsters, probably third to last. What else did I do? I don't remember. I can't remember all names. But I like how the RMP tour included the foods, like I said, the sodas and the food was free, but if you want alcohol, that's a separate charge. My tour guide Joey was great. Like, I love to learn a lot of stuff about the houses that if I would met by myself I wouldn't recognize. Like, and he gave a lot. I like how he saved all those old maps from all the HHNs in the past, especially the one when they used to have an Alice Adventure and at Universal, because I remember I was there for that event that year. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you ever done the RIP tour for Halloween Horror Nights or are planning to. The prices vary depending on the day you're going, and the closer it gets to Halloween, the more expensive it's gonna be, and also on the weekend, so keep that in mind. But like I said, it's definitely worth a try, and then once you do it, you're gonna be so spoiled and never want to go back to a regular wait standard line. Is like, we're like I told you, we got skip lines go to the front of every house, all 10 houses. It was so cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. See you next adventure. Bye.